Welcome back. Today I was going to talk about dysphonia and a herb called He Zi in Chinese medicine. And dysphonia is the technical term, but probably the more common phrase that we use is losing your voice or hoarseness. And that could be from a variety of different reasons. But some people tend to either lose their voice more frequently or just have a hoarse voice a majority of the time. And so you may have been diagnosed with this, or you may have never sought medical care for it, but you know you have this. And it can be frustrating because every time you just have difficulty speaking, or you might have a raspy type of voice or always sound congested. Um, from a Chinese medicine perspective, that's usually related to the lung organ in some form or fashion, either as the root problem or as a or another problem resulting in a more superficial lung problem. And that's because the lung uh, comes up out through the nose and it controls that airway. So it makes sense from a Chinese medicine perspective that that's related to the lung organ. So in Western medicine, we tend to try to diagnose it and limit it more to just the airways, but in Chinese medicine, that's all considered one continuous organ, and treating the lung, strengthening the lung is how you rid that problem. And so chances are, if you are somebody who suffers from frequent loss of voice, hoarseness, dysphonia, chances are you probably have some weakness in the lungs or some disease, either some pathogen. It could be phlegm, it could be a number of different things, but something is going on with the lungs that is causing that hoarseness to present itself. Now, the herb that I wanted to talk about is called He Zi, and this is actually a herb that was it's from a fruit. It's from a fruit called haritaki, and it initially came from India, Tibet. It was imported into China, and then it now does grow in China itself. And this is a fruit that its nature is considered sour. And in Chinese medicine, that means it's actually somewhat, it has a quality that we describe as astringent, meaning it tends to hold things. And it's also a type of herb that causes the chi of the body to move downwards. So we also look at the dynamics of chi movement within Chinese medicine. And so this herb is actually very useful specifically for hoarseness. It can go into the lungs. It can help to direct the energy of the lungs downward appropriately. It can also help to get rid of phlegm that is occurring in the lungs, which is also sometimes the cause of hoarseness or dysphonia in Chinese medicine. Um, so uh, Dysphonia, hoarseness, and use of He Zi. If you'd like more info, check us out at www.houstonacupuncture.com, and we'll see you next time.